Well, we need to take a look at what this bucket list project is all about. So that's what I'm going to show you in this movie. Couldn't be there with you today, but I'm going to talk you through what this project is. So the first thing I'm going to do is get to my website, and you can look at this too later on if you wish. I'm going to double click on the icon for my website, and let me get this kind of down into our movie window a little bit here. All right, looking better there. Now, this is the bucket list project. Remember, this is a 2-day thing. It starts today. You'll have some time to work today. You'll have some time to work tomorrow. All right, I'm going to go up here to the project guides. I want to show you something on the project guides. Now remember, you might have to click here where it says Digital Communication Tools to be able to see the handouts for this class. And then we're in the PowerPoint section of the class, so we're looking right here. And here's a link for the PowerPoint Bucket List Project. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. I want to talk you through some of these things. Here is the main idea of the assignment. You're going to create a PowerPoint presentation that tells 5 things that you really want to do during your lifetime. Now they can be kind of crazy, wild, big things, but just 5 things that you would love to do sometime during your life. Now, I'm not going to be real picky about what you put on your list, but it's got to be school appropriate. And there are also certain requirements that you have to meet to get full credit, and I'm going to show you how the scoring's all broken down, so let's take a look. First of all, I want each of your slide backgrounds to be something other than white, something besides just plain white. Really all I'm asking you to do there is prove to me that you know how to change a PowerPoint slide background. Now if you don't, you can ask for help. I'm sure the sub can help you. I'm sure that I can help you when I get back. So if you don't know how to do it, ask for help. The presentation has to begin with a title slide. The very first page ought to be just have a title on it. I'll show you mine in a minute, but you'll get the idea. Third requirement, each thing you want to do. You're going to tell me 5 things you want to do, and each thing has to be presented on its own page or on its own slide. I don't want a list of 5 things on one page. I want each item on a separate page, and so you've got to set it up that way. Each slide's got to contain some text. You'll have to have a little bit of text to say what it is you want to do, whether it's skydive out of an airplane or go surfing in Hawaii or meet Justin Bieber or whatever it might be. Justin Bieber. But anyway, you got to have some text that describes what you want to do. All right, 5th requirement. Each slide's got to contain some kind of either clip art or shapes or a photo or something to be as like a decoration, a graphic that goes on the slide. Now if you know how to get out on the internet and get pictures and get them into your PowerPoint presentation, hey, feel free to do that. In fact, any PowerPoint tricks that you know how to do, you can use them on this assignment. I haven't done a lot of teaching with PowerPoint, but you can use what you know. 6th requirement, at least one object on every slide has to be animated. We kind of practiced that with our little movies, our 2014 movies file that we worked on. We practiced animating, so at least one thing on every slide animated. Now the animations also have to be automatic, and remember that's where you set them where it says start on click. You don't want it to say start on click. You got to switch that. You got to change that setting because you don't want this to be, this is another one of those automatic presentations. Once you start it, it ought to go all by itself. Now kind of going along with that is the presentation must advance automatically from one slide to the next, and those are the transitions. Go up to the Transitions tab, get it all set up so it goes on by itself, not with a mouse click or a keyboard press. Make it so it goes with a mouse click. Now, you see that on the requirements, it is not required that you loop your presentation. You don't have to loop it if you don't want to. You can. We talked about how to do that, but you don't have to unless you want to. Here's the scoring breakdown. Changing those backgrounds, 12 points for that. Having a title slide, 8 points. Having your 5 list items, 10 points for that. The graphics on each slide, 10 points for that. Having something animated on every slide, 12 points for that. Automatic advance from one slide to the next to the next to the next, 8 points for that, and that's a total of 60 when you add it all up. Now when you're saving your work, whether you get done today or not, you know, whichever it is, if you're done, great. If you're not done, you still need to save your progress. So you're going to click the File tab, click Save As, click Computer over on the left hand side, double click on your network drive, that's drive H, and then you can use bucket list for your file name. Save it, and then when you're all the way done, whether that, you know, if you get it done today, well, okay, I guess that's all right. But if you don't get it done today, you're going to have tomorrow to work on it, and you're going to turn it in on My Big Campus when you're all done. Now, when we're looking here at My Big Campus, It's going to look like this. The link that you will need, we'll just say PowerPoint, the bucket list. It'll be on your schoolwork, all right? If I shrink this down into the window here, you'd click on your schoolwork link, and you would see this link right here, PowerPoint, the bucket list, and that's where you would upload the file when you are all the way done. Now, the only other thing I'm going to do in this movie is hop over here to PowerPoint and show you a few things about mine that I want you to remember. Remember I said that it has to start with a title page. All right, well, you're looking at my title page right here. The very first slide in the show just should kind of introduce this whole presentation and give an idea of what it's about. It's Mr. Arvin's bucket list in no particular order. I got a little graphic on there. Okay, great. Now as I click my way through here, you know, I said each item on its own page, and so this is the kind of thing I mean. Photograph a hummingbird. I've got text on here. I've got a picture on here. The next one is go to Ireland. I've got text on here, a picture on here. And as I work my way down the slides, they're all that way. Text on here, picture here, text here, picture here. I made a black Raspberry Pi once. It wasn't good. So I got to try and make a good one. And then the last page here is my last thing that I would love to do, photograph an NFL football game. Okay, so there's my, it's my 5 things, plus I have a title page, so it's a total of 6 slides if you add all that up. Now, if I were to start this show, and I'm gonna at least run part of it, and PowerPoint on my laptop always gets a little wacky here, but and part of it will be cut off, but you'll get the idea. And you'll just have to kind of trust me here that I am not pressing any keys or clicking the mouse or anything. It's all going all by itself. So it's going to work its way through the 5 items that are on my list, and you see that there are objects that are animated, and the transitions are automatic. I'm not touching keys. I'm not clicking the mouse. I'm working my way down through the list. Now I think we're going to find, as we get to, I think this is item number 4 on the list, and the NFL football game is item number 5, and then you're going to find on mine that I'm pretty sure that I set mine to loop. Yes, I did, but remember that is optional. You just go to the slideshow tab up at the top, go to setup show, and loop continuously until escape if you want to make it loop, but you don't have to. All right, so I'm going to press escape there, and it's going to blink around a little bit here. Okay, so we're back. And really that's it, folks. And you've got some time here. You got the rest of this class period to work on getting started on this thing. To make sure you save your progress. And then you're going to have tomorrow to work on wrapping this up and trying to finish it up and get it done. All right, so that is the next project in the pipeline here for us, and it's time for you to give it a shot. So jump in, do your best. If you run into big problems today that you can't solve, I'll be back tomorrow to help you along. So we'll see you later.